Hey everybody, welcome back to Joe and Samuel Skin Talks. How you doing? All right, what are we, mid-October? Are we mid-October? I love to film these a month ahead. I have no idea where the hell I am in the month. We are mid-October. We are October 16th, okay. All right, so today, let's talk about this. Okay, this might be a short, why do I say it's gonna be a shorter video? It doesn't matter, the video will be what the video is. If it's 2 minutes, great. If it's 20, it's probably too long. But I always say that then I, get ideas and start talking. I wanted to talk about formula being king or queen. I say queen. Because I know we talk about it. I know some people get the gist of that. But how much it really surprises me, and surprises me now more than ever. So I know this, I talk about it, but it's still, I think my labs and my chemists have caught on to me, because we talk about, exhaustingly what should be in a product, what I want in a product, what the texture should be, what ingredients I'm looking for, what ingredients I don't want, things like that to try to, or where my inspiration is coming from. And then they'll send me something. And a lot of the times it comes with the ingredient list, so I can sort of compare and be like, oh yeah, okay. And sometimes for whatever reason it doesn't. Sometimes it's sent electronically and that's sent a day later, and of course I immediately just want to go right in and put it on my face. And I know, again, in the ballpark what's in the formula. I've said what ingredients I want, not every single ingredient, but the main key ingredients, and then which ones I don't. So anyway, I feel okay putting it on my face. But then I'll put it on my face and be like, oh my God, this is amazing. And think they, listened to, well, they did listen to me, but everything I said and has everything I want and nothing I don't. And then I'll look at the ingredient list and it won't have everything I want. It does not contain the things that I said not to. They're lovely about that, obviously. But then I'll be like, this doesn't look good on the thing, but it's doing amazing things on my face. And then I'll continue using it and it's still doing amazing things on my face. And I still have this little bit of like a Jekyll and Honey moment. Well, I'm Jekyll and Honey, no, I don't think that's the right thing. But this confusion of like things I feel like I need to see on the back of a label and then actual performance on my skin. And right, what's most important is the performance on your skin. And so I've really tried to sort of step off of that and realize that, of course, the performance on the skin is the most important. But at the same time, people seeing a formula online, reading ingredients has become a great obsession, but an obsession where that's where people put all their energy and their focus. So just right from that, that's all they want to do, and that's how they will guide purchasing a product. Now listen, I understand that if it's a brand is online and that's your first sort of line of defense of if you can afford the product, if you want, say you're super allergic to an ingredient, obviously things like that. And on that note, I like that I call people by the Instagram names, but kind of Steven, who is a fantastic chemist on Instagram, has talked about that before, that like the Inky list is mainly to really call out or for you to see like high level allergies. Outside of that, it's like a very generic guide. And it's true, it's a very generic guide. It gives you some idea, but until you get that product, until you feel that product, and until you put that product on your face, until you layer it with everything else you're using in your routine, you're not gonna get a feel for the formula, and it comes back to formula is king, queen. Percentages of actives could depend on the formula. Sometimes it could depend on the pH. I mean, we can go on and on. You can have a really high, glycolic, but it can be in a higher pH, so it's actually, in a way, performing similarly to a lower glycolic at a lower pH, etc., but then one's gonna have a little more irritation. I mean, it goes on, and like I said, I also fall into this trap knowing way better than I do, but I'll get a product and it'll be something that I'm like, okay, I'll use it, I have it, I got it, whatever, it's great. And then I use it, I'm like, damn, this is good. And then I keep looking at the ingredient list like, I would have never in a million years picked this up. And of course, sometimes it's for price that you don't pick something up, but most times when I'm looking at the ingredient list, I'm like, there was just nothing that stuck out to me on paper in this formula. And then, because you also don't know the percentages, obviously, of the product, as you shouldn't, because it's somebody's like secret formula, cat talking, because he's laying in the sun. So I'm really, really fascinated by it. Anyway, all of this to say, if you ever find yourself, you know, wanting to trial something, if you can find a trial size, or if you can find mini packets, if it's online, great. If you're able to take the plunge anyway, great. And if you're able to find it in a store, great. Which on that note, which is why Jordan Samuel would love to start doing more events around the country, and get people in to trial product and to touch and to feel and to really get the idea behind the product. I think it's great when some of you, and I've talked about this before too, Lord knows, send little mini samples to each other. You know, somebody might already love the product, be using it, they are very generous, they'll send a sample to somebody who wants to try something out from our line or another line, and it's great. It's a great way for you to try the product and really see that formula is king, both in good aspects and in bad aspects. I mean, bad aspects meaning more like it just doesn't work out for your skin, skin's a little sensitive to it, maybe you are slightly allergic to something in it, but it's just a really interesting thing. It's something I wanted to point out on YouTube, on these videos, because we spend so much money on product, and I really wanted to get into people's heads to be like, yeah, you know, formula is king. It's great to have the ingredients online. It really is great, but that does not paint the whole picture at all. Far from, actually. But anyway, happy October, happy mid-October, and until next time, was that a short video? I can't, whatever, it doesn't matter. Bye!